One of the most powerful things I stopped doing within my relationship dynamics, whether that was interpersonal relationships, like people that were close to me, or strangers, quote unquote, right? People that I didn't necessarily have any rapport with, was I stopped explaining myself. Now, when I say this, sometimes we could take this to the extreme. It's like you never say anything, never explain anything, and you just kind of go, silent. Yes is yes, no is no. There is an aspect of that, but for me, what it really looked like is I have no need to explain what it is that I'm doing with my own life and why I'm doing what I'm doing in my life. For example, when I first started creating content and I made that my full-time gig, and I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be creating, video content like this. I'm going to be writing my books. I'm going to be writing the music and recording the music, the screenplays, etc. I'm going to be exercising my gifts and my talents, and I'm going to put that at the forefront, and I'm leaving corporate. Now, there were people who had questions about that. How are you going to do this? How are you going to make that happen? Why are you doing this? Is it the smart thing to do, etc.? And back then, I felt the need to explain myself, to tell these people what it was that I was actually doing, and what my game plan was, and that this was going to work out. And I realized a lot of my explaining actually came from a place of anxiety or from a place of non-belief, me not believing that I could actually make it happen. So I believed I needed to explain to them, well, I'm going to do this, and this is how this is going to make money, and this is how this is going to do this, X, Y, and Z, right? I was having to give people the game plan to make myself feel comfortable. Because if they could see me as somebody who had it together, then I would feel validated. I would feel adequate. When in reality, I didn't need to do that at all. As a matter of fact, it's usually not the people who are asking business in the first place. Like maybe it's your spouse, right? Maybe it's somebody who's that close to you and is your partner in life, like a real partner, not some of these, relationships or marriages where the person is an adversary to you, but instead a true partner. Obviously you want to talk to that person and tell them, look, babe, I'm leaving corporate. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And, real ones are going to stand with you. If she knows or he knows your capabilities and the type of person that you are, man, you're going to get it done. They're going to trust in your process. It's not easy for everybody to accept it, but nevertheless, that might be somebody you feel, a desire to say, this is the game plan. This is what I'm looking to do, right? Or just be honest. I don't know what it completely looks like, but I would love your support in this, right? That's different. But if it's somebody coming to you and questioning you and saying, why are you doing this? You should be doing that. Or are you sure you should be doing what you're doing? Like, let's take, creating YouTube videos, for example. If somebody is asking, why are you doing this? Shouldn't you be, taking a job, something that's more secure? You don't have to explain a damn thing to that person. You ain't even got to answer the question. And when I realized that, like I truly realized at a fundamental level, like I don't owe them an explanation. I don't owe anybody really an explanation. I became free from that person's opinion. I became free from, this need to backtrack or even question myself, because that's what we actually do. When we're trying to explain ourselves, we then start to question ourselves. We're defensive. We're defending our stance. Is this thing right? Is this thing wrong? It's enough to already get to a place where you believe in yourself enough to do the thing that you actually want to do. That's enough of a journey, right? That's going to take enough of your energy. It's going to take enough of your soul in order for you to get to a place where you truly believe in the thing that you're doing. I didn't wake up overnight and get to this place. I developed the self-belief. I actually put out a video. It should be out by now. I don't even know anymore, right? I put out daily videos. So it should be out by now, where I was talking about how to develop and cultivate this unshakable belief within yourself. So to even build this belief took a while, let alone allowing myself to have to explain myself to individuals who actually, this is the whole gag about it, right? To individuals who don't actually care to know. They are simply projecting their own insecurities onto you, onto me. And so they are afraid. And so they're going to put that fear onto you, right? They're afraid. So they're going to question your moves. They're going to question the way in which you are looking to live your life. Why are you doing this? Shouldn't you be doing something that's more secure? That's a huge one. And we get in a variation of ways. It's not just asked in that way, but it's asked in a multitude of different ways. And it seems well-meaning. It seems well-intending. It truly does. But it's actually a destructive question to the person who is in a space where, you have a dream that is not yet fully matured. If you're somebody who is just finally taking that first step, maybe you create your first 2 videos or whatever, and then now you got an auntie coming to you like, oh, why are you doing this? Shouldn't you be focused on your job? You might then start to question yourself in that moment and think to yourself, damn, well, okay, I'm actually, I'm gonna have my job, but then, I'm gonna build out these videos and I'm gonna do this and you're trying to explain yourself. Meanwhile, your auntie only asked you that question because she thinks, oh my goodness, if I was to, leave the job that I have right now, I would be terrified. Or if I was to, start making these videos, I wouldn't even know where to start. But they won't express that because most of them aren't even aware of their own insecurity. And God forbid, when you actually start to get traction, when you start to do things, then you really see other people's insecurities start to show. And unfortunately, it will be the ones around you, the ones closest to you. It is absolute quote unquote strangers, people I've never met and probably never will meet, that show me the most love and support. Shout out to every single one of y'all. Like, y'all show mad support throughout my life. Whereas the people that have been there since I was in Pampers, since I was in diapers, can't seem to express any sort of support, but instead they show their own fear in most cases, right? Or they show their own envy in a lot of cases, even jealousy, wishing that you wouldn't be doing what you're doing. When you start to get results, they look at you like, oh, you're lucky, even though they saw what you're doing. They need to find ways to belittle your success. And so, one of the ways and means in which some people use to do so is to question you. Questioning leads to doubt, right? It's an expression of that little voice that you had in your own head, now magnified in somebody else. That little voice that was saying, are you sure you should be doing this? Man, this sounds kind of crazy. How you going to make this work? I used to get, again, people at coffee shops or whatever, because I'm a coffee shop connoisseur. Okay. So if you got coffee shops around the world that you think I need to visit, make sure to send me a list. But and I will eventually get to them. But I would step into coffee shops, and first, when I was getting the courage to really even speak on how, like, I'm a writer, right? Before and after I had my first published book, Doing Me Guilt Free, which is available in the link below. You can get yourself a copy immediately. Before I had that book out, and even a little bit after, maybe 2 or so months after, I was still kind of nervous to explain to people, oh, I'm an author, I'm a writer. Like, how do you explain to a generation who is so void and lacking of belief in themselves that in 2023 and beyond, you're selling books, right? So people would, even my own pops is like, oh, you're doing hard copies? Oh, you're not doing, ebooks? No, I'm not doing an ebook. I'm doing a Kindle version, yes, but it's a hard copy. And then obviously his own insecurity, his own fear would say, oh, people are reading today. Yeah, they're reading today. And I'm about to sell millions of copies of it too, but I wasn't in that place yet. I am now, right? And nobody can tell, they can't tell me nothing. La, 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 wait till I get my belief system right, right? Kanye, make sure no copyright infringement on that one. We're homies, all right? So we're twins, for real, for real. So before and then right after I put that book out, I was still whispering like, "Oh, I'm a writer, oh, I'm an author. I'm a content creator." That's the one I would say most. I'm a content creator. Oh, what does that mean? I'm like, "Oh, damn it, I'm gonna have to explain." Well, it's kind of like this, and oh, how does that make money? Oh, damn, how do I explain this to them? Okay, so like all of these mental gymnastics in order to be able to fit into this box. But I came a long way, y'all, because before I was still using my old title for my, corporate days and even days as a freelancer. I would say that I was a digital marketer, right? Well, I'm actually I'm a digital marketer. Meanwhile, I'm, looking to really be what I am now, right? And manifesting as my reality at this moment in time. But I was still hiding behind that because it was easier to explain to people. It seemed like something that was more socially acceptable, that, people wouldn't laugh me out of the room if I told them I was doing that. How do I explain to you that I'm somebody who's putting, content out onto social media, and I'm also writing books and I create music? Like, how do I even quantify that for you to understand, until I realize, oh, it's not about other people understanding it. It's about me accepting who I am and living in that truth. That's what it's about. Ding, ding, ding. All of a sudden, it went off in my head. All of a sudden, it makes sense. Oh, I'm not here to prove anything to any damn body, but instead, I am here to live my authentic life. Go figure. And so now it's funny because, once that ego aspect, that fear aspect step to the side, now if somebody asks me, man, what is it that you do? And I say, oh, me? I do me. That's what I do. What does that even? I won't do this to everybody. Some people I'm a writer or whatever, right? If it's just passed by. But there'll be times, and probably if if you were to run into me or maybe your sibling or your mom or your daddy, oh, so aren't you that guy? What do you do again? I know about you. Aquarius Wave. What do you do? I do me. Oh, oh, you do you? Yep, I do me. 24 hours a day, I do me. Before it used to be maybe, 2 hours a day, and then it became 8 hours a day, and then it became maybe 15 hours. Now, even when I'm sleeping, I'm doing me. You understand me? Make sure to watch the video I created on, manifesting success in your sleep. That video right there, trust me, it's one that you need. Take control of your sleep life, and it will affect your real life, or your real life. It will affect your awake life. All of it is your real life. But yeah, I do me. That's my explanation. So what are you doing today? Me. So what you got going on for the rest of the day? Me. Oh, so what do you do for me? Oh. So what does that mean? It means, let me clear this. This is me. Me. There's my answer. And I know you might not be in a place right now where, you feel bold enough to be moving through the world like that. But there's going to come a time when you are in your gifting, you are walking on your path. God forbid you are not even thinking about this, y'all. I might have to make 100 more videos just to make sure that you are stepping onto your path. Because if you're not doing the thing that you're here to do, you're wasting your time. I got news, and sometimes it's the rhythm and the blues. If you're not doing what you're here to do, if I'm not writing the book, oh damn, I'm sorry, Carrie. That's my homegirl, Carrie Nicole's book right there. I'm sorry, the book didn't went. If you are not writing the book, by the way, that's your boy right there. This ain't no Chat GPT, nothing. This is me. You might see a typo around this mother. You might see a misspelled word in here. It's a real human being writing. Surprise, surprise, because I love to write. But if I'm not writing the books, I'm not creating the music, I'm not creating the content, I'm not living as me, I'm not living my truth, I'm wasting my life, I'm wasting my time. If you're a chef and you're not cooking, you're behind an office crunching numbers, or I don't know, you might be working for a marketing company and you think, well, I'm marketing food. No, if you ain't cooking and you a chef, you're wasting your time. And you are stopping us from enjoying the delicious dishes that you're supposed to be making. That's what you're doing. You understand me? If you are supposed to be a farmer, but you're out in a corporate, or you're in corporate, but you're supposed to be farm, you are wasting your time. Some of y'all are supposed to be executives, but meanwhile, you're hiding behind the executives. Some of y'all are supposed to be innovators and creators, inventors of new things. Some of y'all are supposed to be creating the new, high-rise buildings outside. But meanwhile, you're hiding behind something and you're explaining your life away. You have ambitions to be something, to do something, and to have something different, but instead you continue to explain yourself to people around you who frankly do not give a damn what you got to say. They pretend they do for as long as, it satisfies them and keeps them comfortable, right? And when they see you start to doubt, they feel a little better about themselves. Whew, okay. But if God forbid you step up with that confidence in you, what do you do? Oh, I'm the one. I'm him. Whoa. He is cocky. You see that guy? He's arrogant. Yep. I tell you, what do you do? I'm doing me. So what are you doing? I love when people come to me when I'm writing in, the coffee shops. So what do you, oh, are you a student? That's the question I get all the time. Are you a student? One time I said I'm a student of life. It's like as somebody, are you a child? I'm a child of God. Are you a student? I say, no. Nah, actually I'm not. That was a long time ago. I dropped out of 3 JCs, y'all. I was not made to be a student. As much as I write and, speak and think, I did not. The school setting is it's too rigid for me. I'm too Aquarius for all that mess. But they asked me, are you a student? I said, no, I'm a writer. Oh, I'm writing right now. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, I'm writing a book. Eyes get real wide. What? You're writing a book? Oh my goodness. They get so surprised. I'm like, why are you surprised? Oh, is this? Yeah, actually. And I have a book already published. This is my second book. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to timidly, oh, I'm hoping, because some of us, we play this quote unquote humble game or whatever it is, and we think we're doing ourselves or somebody else's service. We're not. false humility. Speak life into yourself. Yeah, this book, somebody, most recent conversation, which is hilarious. I'm not gonna get into the details, but at the end of this conversation, said, well, I hope the book does well. I said it will. I said it will. Thank you, though. Thank you. It will. Yeah. We got to really move in that spirit, in that essence. And even if you don't believe it right now, get to a place where you do believe it. Cultivate that inner sense of belief, because it is only your belief in what you're doing that matters. Nobody else in the world has to believe in you. As long as you believe in you, the rest of the world will gravitate. You know, people, you're what? J.K. Rowling, you writing this book about wizards and this Harry Potter character. Who asked you to write that book? Nobody. Who even wants that book? Me. Then she put it out into the world, and then everybody wanted the damn book. That's how most things happen. Like most things that change the atmosphere. Nobody wanted an iPhone. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this. But he created it and he put it out into the world, and lo and behold, here we are now. Everybody wants one. That's exactly how you got to see whatever it is that is your gifting. And you got to stop explaining yourself in the process. You are not here to satisfy somebody else's doubts. You're not here to satiate somebody else's low self-esteem or low self-belief. If they can't stand the luminosity, the light that is reflecting off of you, they got to go look somewhere else. They got to go back in that cave where they came from. You understand me? It is not your job to be anything to anyone besides to be the most authentic version of yourself, to live in your truth, to live absolutely wholeheartedly in what you are here to live, to be, and to do. Period. So if you a painter, if you ain't painting, I promise you, I wish I could. No, I'm playing. No, I'm not. I'll be in your face though. Like, what are you doing? Why are you not paint? Where are the paintings at? Where are the painting? Well, I mean, you got AI. I don't give a damn about no AI who. Allen Iverson, practice. I don't give a damn what AI you got talking about. I need your artwork. I need creators back creating. That's what we need. We need human beings creating again. We don't need books, content being created by robots. I mean, you can do whatever you want, whatever the hell you want, do it, right? But we need humans downloading into their consciousness new innovative ideas, not regurgitating the same thing, not Taylor Swift type. You know what I mean? No, Picasso type. No, we need you, whoever you are, as the original, to create whatever is in you. That's what we need as a society. That's what's going to truly move us forward. We need this. Doing me guilt free, breaking free from people pleasing and unleashing your personal power. Get yourself a copy of one of these. This book talks to you just like I do because it's me. You understand? It talks to you in conversation style. It doesn't talk to you like a robot. I know I'm about to go on a rant on this AI stuff. I'm not anti AI, right? I understand that there's intellectual artificial intelligence in damn near everything we use nowadays, and that technology has helped us to get to a certain place. But if you are a creator, a creative in any sense, and you are not tapping in with your creative essence, you're doing yourself the greatest disservice, and you will suffer for the rest of your life so long as you do not express yourself authentically. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Till the next time, namaste. Namaste.